Hello, good morning to you. And in business, the amount of dollars the Bank of Ghana has released to support the Cedi since May this year reached around $700 million. Unfortunately, this has failed to firmly stabilize the Ghana Cedi. Let's get you some explanation in this report.
Say on a daily basis, about $10 to $25 million is given out to support operations of commercial banks depending on the demand for forex. Some of these funds, Joy Business understands, went directly to some state-owned firms that were in the business of importing fuel for the local market. However, some of the commercial banks have told Joy Business, even though the Bank of Ghana was on the market, most of their demands were not met. But the question still remains about whether managers understand what is really causing the city's depreciation and whether this kind of intervention is really needed. Or better still, are we touching the right spots for the required responses?
The Minister for Aviation is hinting of plans to use one of the nation's airports for training pilots and other flight crew as a way of improving the aviation industry within the West African sub-region. The minister made this known when she was awarded the Best Aviation Minister in West Africa by organizers of the West African Travel Fair, Weso, Accra.
Approval of the 17.5% taxes on domestic flight tickets and the completion of the new Terminal 3 project were among initiatives by the Aviation Ministry that placed Ghana on top of its peers in the sub-region. Addressing the press after receiving the award, the sector minister revealed plans to use one of the country's airports for training personnel in order to address the issue of lack of human resources in the aviation sector.
This area of training of pilots and crew, we don't have any big training school like you have in South Africa, Morocco, or Addis, Ethiopia. We've seen what they have in Egypt, state of the art as well. But for West Africa, we don't have a credible training school. And I believe it's not too late for any country. Ghana is ready, talking to investors to make sure we use one of our airports as the site for training of pilots and crew.
Presenters of the award Weso lauded the effort of the minister and urged her to do more to support the growth of aviation industry in West Africa.
So the award we presented was based on a survey of all the ministers of aviation in West Africa. We shortlisted 2 ministers of aviation, Ghana and Nigeria.
And that's business for now. Have a good morning.